Hey everybody, it's Morgana Hilra here. Well, you know that because you're on my channel. And well, who else would be on my channel unless I had a guest, and well, you know how that goes. Anyway, so this video is long overdue. With Fantasy Fair ending on the 8th, I figured I better do this video now. So first off, I'm going to share my outfit and then I'll get to talking. How's that? Or my overall look. Now, I went kind of simple but kind of casual with this. I've got my, I believe it's pronounced Kalani, but I could be wrong. They're from Apple May, these pants that I'm wearing. Now you're going to get a look at my studio, which is a mess at the moment. See? It's cutting in because I crashed earlier, so the auto hide isn't working at the moment, but you know. My shirt is from Candy Doll, and I forgot to grab the name of it. I am sorry. I'm blonde. What can I say? I'm bottle blonde, you know. So no offense to any of the blondes out there. I'm one of you. Well, naturally anyway. Right now I'm blue. My necklace is from Bauhaus Movement. Ooh, pretty, pretty. My eyes are from Zombie Suicide. Ooh. And my hair is from Snatch. I just love that name. Snatch. Alright. Oh, and my nail polish is from ZOZ. Now, I'm not sure if this is a problem just with ZOZ or if it's with the Vista hands, but do you see that? Oh, hold on, let me get like closer. There we go. Do you see that flickering? Now, I have it on two fingers that I've noticed. That one and this one over here. And I'm not 100% sure why, but that's what's it's been doing. That's why I've been opting for my Maitreya hands a lot lately. Or my slinks. So, okay, so that taken care of. If you guys know what's going on there, please let me know. Alright, so this video is long overdue, as I said, with Fantasy Fair ending on the 8th. I've been meaning to do this video. It's just really hard to get some time alone here because the problem with saying to people, hey, you can come by anytime, is that they come by anytime. And I'm not complaining. I love the fact that I get company. It's just that sometimes I'd like to be alone so that way I can do my video and do my work real quick, because then I feel like a snot having them sitting there while I'm doing my work because I made commitments to you guys and I'm not going to just drop them because I got company. You know what I mean? And I feel really bad if anybody is listening to this that is actually here. Whoops. Anyway, so if you guys remember, a couple years back, I did a video, why I relay, for my dad. Well, technically Jeff's dad, but you know, he's been my dad for almost 19 years. So, you know what? I'm just going to say for dad. Now, he was diagnosed with cancer. Now, back then, we thought that there was a possibility, just a possibility, that he could beat this thing, right? But unfortunately, he was diagnosed with some rare form of leukemia. And we didn't know that at the time, not at the time of the video. I mean, we knew it was leukemia, but we thought, you know, it could be beaten. I don't know. I didn't know anything about cancer. Still don't. But what I do know is that a while after he was told that he's always going to have it, if he wants to live, he has to do this chemo every 3 weeks. And, you know, it's really disconcerting because you think that, like with breast cancer or colon cancer or different kinds of cancer, there's a possibility to beat it. But then when you are one of those rare people and you're told you've got cancer, or your family's told that you've got cancer, and then they're told there's no way to beat it, it's just like, well, shit. What do I do now, right? Other than fight. And my dad is fighting for his life. And we are so lucky to still have him here. I mean, you know, last year he was so weak, like just so weak. And I was afraid to look at him. I was afraid that, this would be the last time I see him, or, and actually that's what goes through my head now when it comes to family functions. I want to be there because I want to make sure that I get photos. I want to make sure that I hug him or talk to him or tell him, I love him or I care about him. I want to make sure that he knows this because we don't know. Lordy, we don't know when the last time is going to be. And this is what people don't talk about. This is what people with cancer or people talking about cancer, they don't talk about how it affects the family, how it affects the people around the patient. Obviously, we all care about the patient. Obviously, we all care about dad. But there is also the grandkids. There's also the daughters, the sons, the son-in-laws, the daughter-in-laws, the wife or the husband. Nobody ever talks about them and what they're going through. Okay, because we're sitting here on, what's the term, bated breath or something like that, waiting for the inevitable. And it's scary. It is so scary. And we all have to be, strong. Like, when the time comes, and God help me, I hope it doesn't. I hope he fights all this time and lives a long and happy life. But when the time comes, Jeff is going to be destroyed. His brother is going to be destroyed. His mother's going to be destroyed. The kids, my kids, are going to be destroyed. So I'm going to have to be the one to be strong for everybody. And people forget that. But I'm going to be, because that's what I have to do. And anyone who knows me personally knows how hard that's going to be. But I'm going to do it because that's what I have to do. And the thing is that I don't like this preparing for the worst. I don't like that. I don't like mentally preparing myself for the worst. And I guarantee you that everybody else out there that gets a diagnosis like this for one of their family members, or even for themselves, but for one of their family members, they're sitting there praying that they're not going to have to deal with this, that they're going to beat it, that some miraculous cure is going to come up. And ta-da, your family member is cured. Unfortunately, no matter, even if they had a cure out there, oh my God, conspiracy theories show that they have cures for certain things and they just don't give them, which is stupid because I personally believe if you have a cure, freaking dose it out. Start giving people cures. But this is the thing. This is what happens. This is when you hear that your family member is going to die, or your friend, or even an acquaintance, then you automatically start thinking about ways that you can cure them or make their lives better, make them easier. And then you start thinking about your family and how they're going to be affected and start worrying about them. And see, this is what people just don't get, okay? I have my own health problems, but I don't care about those, okay? People on Second Life, okay? I've heard them, I've seen them say that I'm like this self-centered bitch and everything else. But you know what? You don't know shit about me. I care about everybody around me, and I don't want to sound heartless to people that are going through stuff that are in SL. But right now, my family is what is important. My family is going through something major, and I have to be there for them. I have to, all of my energy, all my extra energy that I don't use on myself, which honestly I don't use very much, has to go toward keeping my children happy, keeping Jeff happy, keeping my mom happy, keeping my dad happy. Most of my energy goes toward making sure that dad stays stress-free and, comfortable and happy. I mean, hell, we went over there for Easter, and, Paige and I have this really unique relationship. I don't know why. We just get along really well. I mean, she doesn't treat me the way she treats other people. My kids, they do not treat me the way they treat other people. Like, they'll throw their tantrums, or they'll whine, or they'll cry for everything else with everybody else, but not with me. And I don't know why that is. I think it's because when they were younger, I never let them get away with that. I never succumbed, whatever. I never fell into the crocodile tears. I was just like, yeah, okay, whatever. I walked away and said, you know what, come and get me when you're done crying. So my daughter and I have this really unique relationship, and we were joking around and poking at each other, and we were playing a game and we're laughing, and that stressed Dad out because he's not used to having that around the house. Usually it's peace and quiet. So if things like that stress him out and get him really tired, I have to worry that normal things don't stress him out. So of course we stopped doing what we were doing, right? And I felt bad, and I ended up like leaving right after dinner. But the thing is that I did that because I didn't want to stress him out. If my presence there, because of how Paige and I act when we're around each other, which is like all the time, then I would remove myself from the situation. So then that way they can have their visit with their grandkids and not have that added stress of me and Paige poking at each other. Not literally well, actually, yeah, we were literally. But anyway, you know what I mean. So why I relay is because I want to remind people out there that there is not just the patient. There's the family, the friends, the acquaintances, just people in general that are affected by this person. Like the doctors, the nurses, the attendants, the people that you meet when you go to, there's a store in Niagara Falls called The Needy Not the Greedy, and I'm going to post their link on my blog post. If you are in Canada, or even if you're not, and you want to make a donation to a charitable cause, that place is the best place to donate to, because this is a place where, like my dad today, he's going there to buy a motorized wheelchair so that way he can have more independence. And that is what is important here, is like the people that are affected all around us, people that are in our lives for even a brief moment are affected by this. And anybody who's in our lives for a brief moment can make this change, make this positive force. And I just think that a lot of the time that when we relay, or when we're talking about cancer, we forget about the people around the patient, the people that make this bubble around the patient. You got to remember that these people work so hard, and they put so much energy and force this positive energy towards the patient, and in this case my dad, to make him stronger. And I think it's important for people that relay, or anybody, to remember that that patient can't get better if he or she doesn't have a positive reinforcement, a positive structure and background and people around him. So it's important to relay, because it's not just about the patient making him stronger. It's about everybody around him and making everybody stronger. So you got to remember that. That's why I'm relaying this year, because I want to remind people that not only is there the patient, but there's everybody around him or her. It's a community. We have to remember that if you have somebody in your life that has cancer or any form of disease, but cancer being number one right here in this video, then you have to stay positive for that person. You have to stay strong for that person, and you have to be willing to make sacrifices to make sure that this person is strong. And that's what I do. I try to, I put my needs aside, and I make sure that his needs are taken care of. I make sure that my children's needs are taken care of, because well, I always make sure they're taken care of, but extra wise for this, because this is going to be hard, when he has bad days or bad weeks. It's hard to watch him lose weight. It's hard to watch him be sick after chemo. He's actually in chemo this week, so which will end probably on Tuesday. Yeah, it's 7 days on, and then 3 weeks off, and then 7 days on, 3 weeks off. So I'm not sure if it's 3 weeks or 4 weeks now, but I know that he was getting better and stronger. So they had extended it, like extended the time in between. So, and the fact that he's going out to get a wheelchair that's motorized says that he's getting better because he wants to be more independent. He wants to have, more responsibility over himself. I mean, can you imagine that? I mean, even now with my crutches and stuff, I still have that independence. With him, he doesn't have that independence because everybody has to push him everywhere. So I think with this chair, then he will be much more happier. And that's what we want. We want him in good spirits, because if you're in good spirits, you fight harder. If you're in poor spirits, you just pretty much give up. And we don't want him to give up. And I don't want anybody around him to give up either. It's all about hope, people. All right, so I know I'm going off on a tangent here. So I'm going to post the relay information on my blog post. I'm going to post the Fantasy Fair info on my blog, and I'm also going to post information about the For the Needy, Not the Greedy. It's a charitable organization that helps patients with things like wheelchairs or transfer benches, or just pretty much anything that would make their mobility more independent. All right, so, and also they have like hospital equipment for your home, for like a home hospice, that kind of thing. Anyway, I am going to get going. I'm going to post my video, etc., etc., etc. And hopefully, I'm really hoping that this video helps people out there, helps to remind them that, you need to be strong for the person in your life that has cancer. You need to, I don't like the term suck it up, but that's pretty much what you're going to be doing. You got to remember that, things that didn't used to bother them probably bother them now. You need to remember that they need strength, and they need help just doing everyday things. And you just got to remember, yeah, sure, they might be in pain. I hate saying it. Yeah, sure. They might be in pain and being, kind of crabby, but it doesn't matter. Don't look at it like that. See it as, they're upset or they're frustrated or whatever. Don't get angry at them. You can't do that. Don't use sarcasm with them. Don't yell at them. Make sure that you are there to care for them, to make their lives easier. And at the same time, remember that the people around them, they're also going through stress because they're worried, they're scared. And you got to remember, don't give up. Don't give up hope, because that's all we have is hope. All right, so I'm going to head out, and because I honestly don't want to break down in tears, because that's what's been happening lately. But feel free to comment down below what you think of this video, either on YouTube or on my blog. And I guess I'll talk to you guys later. All right, bye.